Namaskar. I'm Harpreet Kaur and I welcome you all to our live and interactive online training program on inclusive education and digital technology. This training program is brought to you by Central Institute of Educational Technology, that is CIET NCERT, in collaboration with Department of Education of Groups with Special Needs NCERT. You are watching us live on PM eVidya channels 6 to 12 and also on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. Today we are in day 3 of the training session and the topic that we have taken up is digital technology for CWSN, that is children with special needs. If you have questions related to the topic, please feel free to get in touch with us. Our phone number is 8800440559. Our email ID is training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. And you can send us your questions, suggestions and feedback on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. I request all our viewers to kindly send us relevant questions and do not mark your attendance. Since it's a training program, there is going to be an assessment on the last day of the training session as well. For that, we request to kindly visit our CIET website for more guidelines on the same. If you score more than 70%, you will be granted a certificate. Now, before I introduce you all to my guest for this session today, it's important to know a bit about digital technology as far as inclusive education is concerned. We know that this technology is playing a vital role in supporting children with special needs. It offers a range of tools and resources to enhance their learning experience, and also there are so many ways through which these assistive technologies, these interactive learning tools can help. We can see a lot of softwares that are available, like we have text to speech software, we have speech recognition systems, we also have augmentative and alternative communication for the same. So there's so many things apart from interactive boards, audio books and whatnot. But what exactly we're going to learn today? What is the relevance of this session? For this, we must speak to our experts. So please join me in welcoming my guest for the session, Dr. Sumin Prakash, Associate Professor from Department of Education of Groups with Special Needs NCERT. Sir, namaskar and very warm welcome to you.
Thank you.
Now, sir, so far we have learned about inclusion and we also learned about universal design of learning, and today we will be talking about children with special needs. I want to ask you, sir, what exactly is the relevance of today's topic and what are the main points that you will be covering in the session today?
Okay, thank you. So, today basically the main points that we are going to cover and the relevance of this topic, digital technology for children with special needs, is very pertinent. As we all know that the 21st century is the century of technology.
That's
so,
right.
whether it is our life, independent functioning in our day-to-day life, whether it is our access to education, whether it is access to our books, or whether it is transformation, whether it is data, whether it is sharing of information. So, everything that we do on our day-to-day basis is basically involving technology.
Yes.
So, that is why, since we are talking about the so-called normal people, and since we talk about that our society is a very diverse in nature, we have different groups of learners. So, each and every person's need this such kind of technology, whether it is for the education, whether it is there for their profession, whether it is their participation, free participation in the society, in different kind of cultural settings. So, everywhere, as I said, that in our day-to-day life activities, technology is needed. And so, children with special needs also, they need such kind of technology, because it is the technology that ease their functioning, that
That's
increases their accessibility, increases their reach to the material, and that is why finally the education. So, that is why this topic is very much relevant today. And as you asked about that, major things that I am going to discuss is the assistive technology, various kind of assistive technology that are meant for different, we can say, groups of learners, that they are very much part of our society, our classroom, very much classrooms. So, we are going to basically discuss the assistive technology. Then, as part of that, we are going to discuss the digital technologies, and specifically we will be discussing different kind of technologies, especially the digital technology that are available or that can be made available for children with visual impairment, children with hearing impairment, and other you can say groups also.
Right.
So, this I think that we discuss.
Yes, sir. We are looking forward to the presentation, and I can see like in the documents that's there, National Education Policy 2020, it also stresses upon the inclusion part of education and also concentrates on the equity. Now, sir, I request you to kindly go ahead with your presentation uninterrupted, and whatever questions we will be receiving from our viewers, we will take them up in the end, sir. Please.
Yeah. So, as you pointed out that what NEP 2020 National Education Policy 2020 talks about, that it talks about that NEP talks about, and it's paved the way for an inclusion, or we can say that education revolution in the 21st century. And NEP envision for a future where education is not just accessible to all, but it's truly inclusive. And truly, when we talk about, when we say truly inclusive, it talks about welcoming all the children from our society who come from different diverse background, regardless of their abilities or disabilities. So, now the one question comes to the mind of the learners, that how an inclusive classroom looks like. So, here you can see that a child, a person or a child on a wheelchair is sitting,
yes,
or two children are, two people, young students are sitting in a classroom setting, and in place of the trivial blackboard, there is one electronic screen display is there, and something one can see from this. Another picture that come to our mind is on the left side, we can see that happy learners are interacting with the computers, they are giving some command, they are doing some operations on computer. The third picture that we can see is a child is there sitting on an assistive chair and using computer, and by looking at the child we can see that she has some kind of you can say bodily physical kind of disabilities, and but still she is able to give command to the computer and do some necessary function regarding the education. Progressing further, we can see children, happy children are engaged with a toy kind of thing, and the teacher is very supportive, and all are enjoying the learning, it seems from the picture. The fifth picture that we can see is a person with disability, especially a young girl is sitting before a desktop computer, and she is interacting with the help of some kind of electronic device with the computer. So, this I tried to introduce just to imagine the scenario, or you can say the lookup of an inclusive classroom.
And these are all happy faces.
Yeah, these are all happy faces, because learning always is it gives us joy, and it ends up in happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, now since we are talking about the children with the special needs and the policy relevance, so when we discuss the NEP 2020, it accepts various kind of diversity in our society, and it talks about different kind of identities of SEDGs, socio-economic and disadvantaged groups. So, the major classification as per the NEP 2020 is the gender identity, which covers the woman and the transgender. Then comes the social backwardness identity, whereabout the policy accepts, or we can extrapolate the policy identity classification with the census, latest census that is available with us, that is 2011 data. Then we see the population of the scheduled caste, the population of the scheduled castes and other groups also. Then the policy talks about educational and economic backwardness identity, that includes non-creamy layer, that includes EW, economic weaker section, also students from the vernacular medium schools, and then it also includes first generation learners. Further, we this accept the minority identity, this constitute the religious minorities, which further includes Muslims, the Christians, the Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, and the linguistic minority, and their representative population as per the census data is visible on the screen. Then persons with disabilities and the benchmark disability. So, the policy categorically defines or differentiate between these two terms, persons with disabilities and the benchmark disability. A person with any long term physical, mental, intellectual, speech or sensory impairment, they constitute the term person with disabilities, whereas the benchmark persons with benchmark disabilities has been identified and defined in the form of a person with not less than 40% of a specified disability as certified by the certifying authority in connection with or with respect to the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act 2016. Then come other identity like vulnerable and low socioeconomic conditions that include migrant community, children and people from low income household, from BPL families, the children who are engaged in child begging, and the children in vulnerable situations, victim of children of victim of trafficking, especially human trafficking, children those who are having no parents, or any other group with low socioeconomic condition. And the last category under this identities under the SEDGs as defined in the NEP 2020 is less developed, poor access and the disadvantaged locations. Those children, especially those who are coming from villages and the small towns, children coming from tribal areas, scheduled areas, especially the 5th and 6th schedule areas, then slums, aspirational districts, northeastern states, islands, conflict prone areas, then disaster prone area also like the areas which are affected by floods, affected by droughts or the earthquakes or any other natural calamities, or children belonging to the border area. So, why I am discussing this SEDGs, because when we talk about children with special needs, so all these groups of learners or which have been identified as SEDG in our policy come to the picture, and we when we talk about education of children with special needs, so these groups are there which constitute actually the children with special needs. So, we need to have the concept of diversity that is very much existent in our society, which is a reality of our day to day life.
Right.
We need to have in our mind.
Okay.
Now, since here we are going to specifically discuss the digital technologies which are available for children with special needs. As I said that children coming from scheduled caste, scheduled tribe backgrounds, they as such do not need any kind of specific I can say the devices or the technology. But especially when we talk about the need of technology assisted devices or need of digital technology, then it is the group of children who are under this persons with disabilities categories or children with disability categories, they actually you can say need more of this kind of services. So, that is why we are basically going to discuss this group only which has been accepted and defined in the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act 2016, and all the recommendation of this act has been in toto accepted or you can say recommended by our National Education Policy 2021. So, here on the screen there is a brief introduction of all the category of disability that is there in our country. So, first category we can discuss is the blindness, then second we can discuss the low vision, then hearing impairment, then speech and language disability, then intellectual disability, autism spectrum disorder, multiple disabilities including the deaf blindness, leprosy cured persons, locomotor disability, dwarfism, children with cerebral palsy, people having muscular dystrophy, having multiple sclerosis, acid attack victims or the survivors, those who are having specific learning disabilities, the children or the people, those who are having thalassemia, those who are having hemophilia, having sickle cell disease. Some people or children may be having neurological disorder conditions also, and some of are having or may have mental illness and the Parkinson's disease. So, these 21 category of disabilities has been accepted as the
RPWD
as a kind of benchmark disability for the purpose of certification and for other purposes, educational provisions and purposes, for policy purposes in our RPDW Act. So that is why I took here in this context. Now the question that comes to our mind is, what is assistive technology? We all consider and we all know that nowadays in this 21st century, as I said in the beginning, in this technology era, so even we people are on you can say hourly basis or daily basis, we need some kind of assistive devices. Like one example I would like to give, suppose this is live program. So since we have to reach to the learners or the people or the viewers, those who are distant, maybe sitting 1,000 kilometers away from this place. So we need different kind of assistive technology. We need internet, we need computer, we need broadcast softwares and other things also. So this is we can say that this is assistive technology. Similarly, there are different kind of technology for the education, different kind of technology for communication, for other things also, technology for transportation or any other thing. We go from one to other place, we always or just by taking one example, suppose I want to have a glass of water. So if I want to have a water, then glass is the assistive device, or if I want to write something, then pen is the assistive device. So that is why assistive devices are product of basically the assistive technologies. So International Classification of Functioning Disability and Health has defined assistive technologies as assistive products and technologies that are the products or the instruments or the equipments or the technology adapted or specially designed for improving the functioning of a person with disabilities. So why I am taking the context of this, because everyone nowadays is in need of either one or the other set of technology. Similarly, when we talk about the education of SEDGs, when we talk about specifically talk about the education of children with disabilities, so they need some kind of assistive technologies and then some kind of assistive devices which can increase the access of education for them, which can increase the physical access to you can say the infrastructure, or we can say that their communication, which can increase their communication ability, which can increase their physical ability, which can increase their cognitive ability, and all other things, these are required for education. So that is why I am quoting this definition. Another definition for better understanding of what education assistive technology is, International Organization for Standardization ISO has defined assistive products more broadly as any product especially produced or generally available that is used for or for persons with disabilities for their participation, to protect, to support, to train them, to measure or substitute for body function or structure and activities, or to prevent impairments, or to enable them from I can say protect them from activity limitations or participation restrictions. As I said in the beginning that when we take the case of children with special needs or children with disabilities, whether it is their education, whether it is their transportation, whether it is access to the physical I can say infrastructure. So, always they face some kind of limitations. So, assistive technology here are there to assist them for you can say enhancing or you can say overcoming the problem that they face in their day to day life. And if we can minimize, if we can support them with the help of technology, with the help of assistive devices, then only we can ensure their education, then we can talk of their quality education, and then finally we can think of inclusive education. So, again coming back to the assistive technology, we can understand from these two definitions that assistive technology we can understand as an umbrella term for both assistive products as well as related services and the technology. We know that assistive technologies are the precursors, and the assistive we can say products are their we can say are their products or their end products. So, assistive products are also known as assisted devices, and it can be reading devices, it can be writing devices, it can be mobility devices, it can be we can say large print or anything, it can be magnifier, it can be an ad to write something on, or depending upon the case and the severity of any kind of disability, we choose assistive technology. These include, as I said in the beginning, devices, equipments, instruments, as well as softwares, because nowadays we talk about, we are in the age of ICT also.
Yeah.
So, in the age of ICT, we are using, or we promote, we are promoting use of ICT in education. So, different kind of softwares are needed. Suppose a child with visual impairment is there, or a person is there with visual impairment, he or she now with the help of the ICT and with the help of the softwares is now able to fully operate a desktop or a laptop like any other person.
Yes.
Yeah. So, with the help of different kind of software, one can without seeing this what is there on the screen, with the help of a software which is called as the screen reader, one can do the function of either it is sending mail or it is receiving mail, or I have seen, and many people are there, they are sitting in universities, they are holding responsible positions, they are guiding thesis, they are doing PhDs, they are doing n number of jobs. There are many people are there who are in administrative roles also, and they are quite efficiently, they are discharging their duty, they are fulfilling their responsibility, and this is all due to some kind of assistive technologies and the software and the hardware that they are using, or we can say that different kind of equipments, instruments and softwares enable them to do the jobs they are in with full responsibility. So, it when we talk about this assistive technology, it also talks about different kind of services that are related to assistive products, or it can be used for different purposes, like for referral, for assessment of a child, for prescription of anything, for funding, for ordering, for product preparation, for fitting, for adjustment of the product to as per the need of a particular child, for training of a child or for family members, or for any kind of follow-up activities or maintenance or the repair of the technology. So, now if we can see on the screen, there are some of the examples of assistive technology. I just said I introduced some of the technology, now other technologies are here, like mobility. Mobility is one of the functioning which enables a person to independently move from one place to another place for doing any kind of thing. Suppose I am a student, I need to walk from the classroom to the washroom, or I need to travel from my home place to attending my college or my university or my school. So, mobility is important, especially for children or persons with disabilities. Visual disabilities, as well as those who are having chronic health impairments also, the person who are having mobility restrictions and all. So, a walking stick can be an assisted device, a crutch for a person may be an assisted device. Similarly, walking frame for even for elderly person also we can use, or it can be assisted device and technology. Similarly, manual and the power wheelchair, now there are battery operated wheelchairs, they are joystick controlled wheelchairs, they are now they can be controlled with the help of a smartphone. So, all these the different kind of adaptations and advancement to the machines and the technology is now coming up. Now, tricycle, earlier it was hand you can say driven tricycle, now it is EV tricycles are coming. Similarly, artificial legs or hand for giving increasing our accessibility, leg or hand splint or club foot brace or corner chair, supportive seat, standing frame, adapted cutlery and cooking utensils, dressing sticks, shower seat, toilet frame, feeding robots, everything these are the some of the example of the technology which enables a person in day to day mobility. Similarly, especially when we talk about the vision related issues, then eyeglasses, The magnifiers, eyeglasses, we know that it increase the image of an object, so that the person who wears who holds on the eyeglasses, he or she can clearly see the object before them. Similarly, magnifier, suppose I am reading in a low light, or some image is there printed, whether it is printed or whether it is designed or illustrated, and a person who is having a low vision is not able to clearly describe what the picture is about. So, here magnifier plays a big role, and similarly magnifying software for computers, there are many you can say, and especially when we talk about the WWW consortia. So, each and every website, especially the government websites, so they need to be inbuilt with the this kind of magnifying software, or simple when we use this PDF. So, there is a plus sign or minus sign, so it increases the text size. So, these things are there. So, for increasing the font size, we can use this kind of magnifying software for computers. Then white can, as I said, in the mobility also. Now, the cane or the stick that people with visual impairment uses, now it is coming with GPS based navigation. So, one can track one's mobility, or with the help of different kind of mobile apps, one can give a direction to this kind of GPS based navigation devices. And then braille systems for reading and writing. As we all know that braille is the fundamental, we can say, technology which enables a child's reading and writing, when especially it comes to the children with visual disabilities.
Right.
Then a screen reader for computer, I have already given the example of computer. Then talking book player, audio recorders and the player, braille chess, ball and ball that emits sound. There are different we can say assistive technology that help a child or a person with visual impairment. Similarly, there are different assistive technology which helps or enables a person with hearing impairment or a child with hearing impairment, and some of the examples are use of headphone, using hearing aids, amplified telephone and hearing loop. Later on we will be discussing all these things in detail, and in general as I said that ability or disability is also considered very much on the basis of the communication ability of a person or a child. So, communication card with texts, communication board with letters, symbols or the pictures, electronic communication device or recorded or synthetic speech. So, these are all different kind of assistive technology and devices for persons with disabilities. Similarly, the cognition for increasing the memory of a child, we can use the task list, like you can say we people also when we go for market for buying vegetables, sometimes we forget things. Suppose with 5 wish list we go out from our home to the market and we come back only with the 5 things. So, this task list also is very much helpful for us. Similarly, task lists can be used for children who have some kind of cognitive problems. Then picture schedule and calendar, then picture based instructions, the timer, manual or automatic reminder, the smartphone with adapted talk lists, different arrangement of schedules, calendars and audio recorders, adapted toys and games. These are some of the example of assistive technologies which are there for children with special needs. Now, coming to the digital technology, what is the relationship between assistive technology and the digital technology, and why we are discussing the holistic picture of all these things. So, for better understanding of our viewers, I would like to define what digital technology is and how it is related to the assistive technology. So, digital technology can be defined as any kind of technology that encompasses the electronic systems or the devices and the tools that utilize the binary codes 0 and 1, as we all know that for any kind of logic operation of logic or the computers, 0 and 1 the binary system is being used for process, for storing and for transmission of the information. And it is the fundamental of or we can say that it is the foundation of modern life, which powers everything right from computers and smartphones to the internet and emerging technology like artificial intelligence and the blockchain. Digital technology enables efficient data handling, communication, automation and innovation across various sectors. And now from this the set of digital technology, there is a subset which we call as the digital assistive technology, and now it can be related with what I discussed just earlier, what assistive technology is. So, digital assistive technology encompasses software as well as the hardware tools that help people with disabilities access the internet with digital content and devices. It includes a wide range of technologies right from screen readers and speech recognition software to specified keyboards and alternative input devices. So, these tools means the assistive technology tools enhances the accessibility and functionality of for individuals with various kind of disabilities, say for 21 disabilities as we just discussed, and that enables them to participate more fully not only in education, but their employment and day to day life basis, whether it is their sporting activity, whether it is their community engagement or community participation, whether it is their cultural participation, whether their participation in different type of drama or artistic activities or what not. So, all walks of life we can say digital technologies are there, and we can categorize them, we can select them as per need of the child, and this enables the child for their education, employment and other things. Now, if we are interested in discussing what kind of assistive digital technology are specific for the children with visual impairment. So, we can take the example of screen readers. So, as I said, there are different kind of screen reader softwares which are available. Many of them are paid software also, many of them are open source software also. So, some of the open source software I just mentioned here, like Windows accessibility feature. Nowadays, we mostly all of us use the Windows system in our computer. Nowadays, especially the Windows 10 and Windows 11 system, the operating system that we use in our laptops and the computers, these come with various kind of accessibility features. There are different graphic features, there are different text to speech features, there are voice recognition as well as screen reader facilities. So, I would like or advise the viewers to just go through the accessibility setting of any of the Windows computer that you are using, and you can further explore what other things are there and how can this accessibility feature can be more efficiently it can be used for children with visual disabilities. Other reader that is available and is open source software is the Thorium Reader. Later on I will discuss that in detail. Now, there are various kind of camera scanners also, OCR optical character recognition and the text to speech softwares. There are smartphone text detection softwares, Daisy player we can take example of, or which are very much helpful for children with visual impairment. Then different kind of nowadays the braille is now coming in the form of phrase braille, flash braille. So, there are different small handle devices which show the refreshable braille. So, it is not that braille need to be manually all the time, need to be written with the help of a stylus, as well as we can say a braille slate that the case used to be some 10 years or 15 years ago. So, now especially the adult learners or those who are in different kind of specialized professionals. So, they use this kind of flash braille. I will show the picture also. So, for the note taking, for you can say now these flash braille devices can be linked to the social media things also. So, they have access to the email also from this braille display, small you can say portable devices. So, many things are there, and braille device, flash braille device is one of the device that increase, we can say, the independence of people and children with visual disabilities with to a large scale. Now, there are many screen magnifiers available, speech to text softwares, as I said, that window accessibility feature here also helps us out. Then graphic analyzer and mathematics technology mathematics technology software also are many apps are available nowadays that can be used. There is one AI tool also, AI solution, and it is a web based technology. So, one can go to Google, type the Be My Eyes. So, there is a community behind that all over the globe sitting. So, it is basically used for analyzing any kind of picture or any kind of graphic data. So, one can scan with the help of the mobile, and then the data is transferred to the host website, and globally people are connected to that. So, someone who is available right now on real time basis, they can analyze and give the information to. So, whether it is a picture, a person with visual impairment can easily get its description in real time basis. Similarly, audio books and accessible libraries are also available in our country, like Sugamya Pustakala is there, that is a government very good government initiative, and I definitely urge the viewers to at least go to the website and get them registered and get the facilities. Then Bookshare is also one of the global platform for the same thing. As I said, AI solutions earlier also, and there are many mobile based apps which children with visual impairment can use, and it can enhance their access to information and education. Now, as I were talking about the screen readers. So, there are many screen readers like eVidya, which is open source software, JAWS, Thorium reader. So, these are the tools these are the digital assistive technology which enables a person with blindness or the low vision to have I can say to just can say read the screen, and so that their work become easy. So, eVidya, it supports all the Indian languages, it is open source as I said, and JAWS is also very popular with the window, but it is a costly. Okay. For using job one has to pay a hefty amount. So, a good alternative.
License subscription?
Yeah, that is license software. And as I said that there are many free of cost Windows accessibility features also. So, especially when we are typing something on MS Word. So, there is a shortcut key, Windows key plus H if you type, and then it comes there, pop up comes. I will later show a picture also. So, there is a, if the computer is having the access or input of any device which can take the have input of the human speech. So, our speech can be in no time, it can be written into text. So, it can be converted into text. So, it is a very good voice to you can say, or speech to text software, and it is there available in especially we take reference of Windows 10 and 11, it is already there. Now, this is the web view of the Thorium reader. So, it is freely available, and Thorium reader it is like we can say that it is a mini library. We can upload any kind of PDF or Word on that, and it can easily read it for our basis. Especially Thorium reader is since it is open source software, so it can read PDF, it can read DAISY files, and it can convert that into audiobooks also, and even the mathematical expressions can be it can be read by this Thorium reader. So, it is a very popular and it is a very helpful software. Now, as we are referring to the braille display, so some of the pictures are there. On the left side we can see the small flash braille device. Now, there are many Indian startups also which are manufacturing this, and on the right hand that we can see, this is the large.
Okay.
Large. So, we can think of that it is a mini laptop for the persons with blindness, and I have seen many of my known people, many of my seniors are there.
Okay.
Many are there working as professors in university, they are guiding thesis of their students. So,
wow.
and at right time as we chat on WhatsApp and other social media apps, so real time basis they also can interact on, it can be connected through Bluetooth with the WhatsApp or other mobile phone or the computer. So, they can easily give command to and receive to. Okay. Now, quickly, this is a larger image of the same flash braille display software. Now, as by referring to the DAISY player, so it is a small we can say handheld device, or it can be held into the pocket. So, it can record the audio, and it can play the text files also if we can give input to, and then support multiple Indian languages with rich navigation features. So, DAISY player is a very popular, though it is a costly device, but it is very popular, and it can be connected to different library, as I said, Bookshare or the Sugamya Pustakale or any other things. So, Wi-Fi connectivity is there. So, this is also a very, very effective device. Now, speech to text window accessibility feature, as I was saying. So, today I was working on a file, as the name is digital technology. So, one can see on the screen the pop-up that is there. So, in between there is a mic button. So, if we tap the mic button, so it starts receiving our voice, and real time basis where the cursor is, it starts writing the thing.
Yeah.
And once the text is written, so the command is there, and there is a setting button also, so one can explore it. So, whatever written that is written on this MS Word file, so like the impact of digital technology. So, if we move our cursor to the before this, so it will read out the line, the impact of digital technology. So, it is a very useful digital accessible technology, and one can use it. Even for we can say that visual disabled people, this is very useful, because sometimes we are in very hurry, our hands are engaged. So, we can give voice command to the computer, and in no time the computer can get it typed. Similarly, graphic analyzers I was giving reference to. So, this is the web layout of Be My Eyes. So, it is app based service also. So, we can download it to whether it is our Google based mobile or Android mobile or the Apple mobile. So, it is a app can be downloaded, and any kind of description if you want regarding any picture, we can upload into that, and the community is there on the web page, one can see.
Okay.
The community support is always there, because we know that sun never sets in different parts of the world, and round the clock 24/7 some people are there. So, they become eyes of for the other people also. Yeah. And I will take one example of audio books and accessible library. I just said that this is a very good government initiative, Sugamya Pustakale. So, one can see that one need to log into, and it is part of the Accessible India campaign. Yeah. So, one can have access to different kind of books and other things that is available. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so is that all with the presentation, all the examples you mentioned? Because I think this is one topic where we can go on and on and on, and there is no dearth of subject. But since we are running short of time, we have some important questions that I would like to ask you based on what you have presented. Now, sir, you talked about assistive technologies and you talked about digital technology. What is the difference between the two? Aren't both helping the same way?
Yeah, as I said, and you are very right to say that this digital accessible technology has no end. I have just given some of the glimpse, or just I gave 4, 5 or maybe 10 examples.
Right.
There are thousands of applications, there are thousands of software. The thing is, one need to have perseverance.
Okay.
One need to explore the internet. There are plethora of information.
Yes.
and depending upon the learner that we are dealing to, we can find different kind of suitable digital technologies, and there is no dearth of information, there is no dearth of tool. So, it is the teacher who is artist, so he or she can select different kind of accessible digital devices and can use for the children. Now, coming to the question that you asked. As I said in the beginning, that on day to day life, in our day to day life basis, we depend on different kind of technology.
Yes.
So, all the thing that we use for doing our work efficiently is technology, or we can say that it is assistive device or the technology. Now, out of assistive technology is a umbrella. It consists of different kind of mechanical devices, different kind of you can say electronic devices, different type of computer and the hardware and the software, other things. So, assistive technology, when we say, this is the umbrella term, and out of those there are some softwares and the devices which can be used with the help of the mobile phones or the smartphones or the laptops or the computers. So, these a small you can say group of that, subset of that constitute the digital assistive devices.
Right, sir. So, you have been mentioning about a lot of assistive technologies and devices in the presentation today. I want to ask you, I am very curious, well, in a country like India, where a lot of people are not that, do not have enough purchasing power, I want to understand, because life has become really easy with the use of such devices, but are they really cost effective? Can everybody afford them?
Yeah, normally when it comes to the software or when it comes to the solutions which are related to computer, based upon the computer, the very first thing that come to our mind is the cost effectiveness. Though yes, it is right that many of the softwares are cost effective, but still then I think that half of country's population have access to smartphones.
Yeah.
And nearly, if I am not wrong, 30 to 40% of our population is having access to internet.
Okay.
So, especially those who are access to the smartphone and the internet, for them these things are there, but not everyone who is having a smartphone or having access to the internet need to pay. As I discussed, as I described that many open access softwares and digital applications are there. So, with the help of these open access digital technologies, with no investment, with no cost, we can use some of the basic features.
No, sir, you just mentioned digital technology and you use the word computer and internet. Whenever the term digital comes into the picture, we always think about internet and computer. So, do all digital devices need internet and computer for their operation?
Yeah, that is a very good question, and many people get confused also. For especially when we talk about downloading something from the internet, just I was referring to this Sugamya Pustakalaya. So, this is a web feature, it is a web based technology, or as I said that Bookshare.
Yes.
So, this kind of thing need constant internet, but there are some applications, once we download that application, as I said that they are window accessibility features. So, window accessibility feature, once window is installed in our system, so there is no internet. So, all digital accessible technologies does not need internet all the time.
Okay, now so one last question, because we do not have enough time left. What are other digital technologies that lead to independent life of children with special needs?
Yeah, this is again a very good question, because I started my presentation with on the tone of inclusion.
Yes.
So, inclusion does not mean education only. Inclusion means it's you can say life is equal for all the people.
That's right.
Whether they are persons with disabilities, they are from disadvantaged groups or not. So, it is not only education where such digital assistive technologies are needed, but for other things also. There are many app based solutions, like suppose I am sitting in this room, and I want to know the distance of a television or a camera which is there in front of me. So, with the help of different kind of mobile apps now we are having, we can have this. So, it is not very much specific to education, but at the same time it is very much informative, or it can be informative when we do not have any kind of scale or something to measure to. Similarly, we have very different kind of app based solutions which we use for our health benefit, like how much kilometer we walk per day, for our fitness, for other things also. So, that is why I said that inclusion means not only education, inclusion means inclusion in all walks of life. And education is one of the enablers for the inclusive and making our society inclusive.
Absolutely, sir. And when we talk about inclusion, it not only means about disability, it means people coming from all walks of life, from advantaged, disadvantaged groups, urban, rural, and from anywhere under the sun. So, thank you so much for your time and contribution to the session. Because we do not have enough time left, we have to wrap up the session over here. And to my viewers, I just want to reiterate that we did a session today under the umbrella theme of inclusive education and digital technology. Day 3's topic was digital technology for children with special needs. Here I am closing the session, but before I leave some important informations, let's talk about textbooks first. Yes, textbooks for grade 4 and 7 are available on Amazon, Flipkart and NCERT website. Please purchase your copies from there and simultaneously take a quick look at the schedule, what's all coming ahead. In a short while from now, you can watch our session Sahyog, where we will be talking about enhancing mental well-being, and this is going to be very important because of course we will talk about loneliness to prevent depression. So yes, if you have any question related to the same, please feel free to get in touch with us. And with this, it's a wrap. This is me, Harpreet Kaur, taking leave of you. Namaskar.